Published 1731 EDT, the 20th of August 2017. Updated 1827 EDT, the 20th of August 2017. For all the millions exchanged in an unprecedented transfer market in which Stoke have been scrutinised for comparative frugality, Mark Hughes has already benefited from a signing of relatively little cost. A loan fee and wage contribution is the price paid by Stoke to land Jesse Rodriguez, who showed on a dream debut that value can still be found without having to break the bank. Jesse, pronounced Jesse, scored a fine winning goal against Arsenal and provided many more moments of incisive quality to suggest those tipping Stoke for a season of struggle are misguided. Jesse Rodriguez struck a superb debut winner as Stoke held on for a 10 victory on Saturday. The former Real Madrid forward, who joined on a loan from PSG, struck the only goal he thinks he will light up the Premier League as the season progresses, said a buoyant Hughes, whose side's last Premier League win over a traditional top-six side was 20 against Manchester United on Boxing Day 2015. Stoke had to wait until the final day of last season to beat a top-half team, Southampton, and much of the sniping this summer was set to that mood music. In the 201,516 season, Stoke defeated Chelsea in November and both Manchester clubs the following month. Bloodying the noses of the best is what sustained Stoke supporters, so doubts about Hughes grew in the wake of what felt a dull last campaign. This result already feels significant. That Stoke won with only 22.7% possession, their lowest in a Premier League game since records began, should not matter. Only 5 teams have won a Premier League game with a smaller share, but Hughes' side used the ball wisely and looked to hurt Arsenal quickly. Stoke striker Jesse celebrates scoring the winner against Arsenal by sucking his thumb. Jesse, pictured with his girlfriend Aura Ruiz, has recently become a father for the 3rd time, and Jesse provided the clinical thrust. When Mesut Ozil and Granit Xhaka conceded the ball in midfield just after the break, Jesse fed a pass to Sado Berahino and ran into the box. Berahino waited his pass and the Spaniards finished told of a forward schooled at Real Madrid. Arsenal may gripe about penalty decisions and Alexander Lacazette's disallowed goal for the most marginal offside, but Hughes was rewarded for his gamble in starting a player in the country for only a few days and for persistence in tracking the 24-year-old, who lost his way at Paris Saint-Germain after a £21.2 million move last summer. He did a conditioning day on the Tuesday. Wednesday he did more work with our fitness guys, and Friday he just had a light session, said the Stoke manager. Jesse had not trained the previous week because his newborn baby needed an operation. Jesse followed Ricardo Fuller and Michael Kiteley by scoring on Premier League debut for Stoke. So how did this gifted player and part-time rap star find himself at the Bet365 stadium? We couldn't believe our luck, added Hughes. Prior to him going to Las Palmas on loan in January, you make an enquiry but it is very quickly rebuffed. You bide your time, but maybe those initial inquiries allowed us to be in position to get it over the line. Given his performance, it was work well done. Now we are viewed differently by representatives of this kind of player. If we get in the room with players of Jesse's ilk, we can pitch really, really well. In the past we couldn't get anywhere near this type of player. I've missed a few, but for the most part my strike rate has been okay. There is no option to buy, however. No, said Hughes with a smile. He is a very expensive player. Stoke manager Mark Hughes is excited by the arrival of Jesse at the Bet365 stadium.